What's up, people? Thoughts on keto diet? I think it's great if you're really overweight, like me. Go blue, that's right. I'm wearing my shirt that Team Humanity sent me. Thoughts on ending Broke Malone's career? I don't know. I heard a rumor that Broke Malone passed away. And if that's true, I don't really want to badmouth a dead man. I'd rather talk about the time Adam McCloud challenged Big Rob Fitness to a fight. I would love to see that happen. Any of you guys still follow Big Rob Fitness? Tell him I'll drive him to Adam McCloud's house. Oh. Yeah, Big Rob sent me and Big Lenny two of these Jumpman 23 Michigan shirts. Big Daddy Cool has been exposed. No job, no work history, no wife, and no life. I think he does have a wife. His wife is the big bread earner in that family, from what I hear. She married Adam because she knew that he was the perfect stay-at-home wife. And no, I'm not crying. I just put fucking drops in my eyes. Fags. I got the cheap stuff. And then I got some decent allergy drops right here. I even got some more expensive allergy drops. These are the real good ones. Pat-a-day? I don't know if you guys can see that. Pat-a-day. These are real good. Just being behind the wheel all day with the air conditioning, your eyes just get fucked. It's almost like being a stay-at-home mom. You should take Moringa. What is that? Is that for itchy eyes? Oh. Big Rob would legit fight Adam for charity. Yeah. Let's do it. Big Rob Fitness versus fucking King McCuck, Daddy Cool. Jay, talk about Brad and Lenny's Halloween party. It wasn't a party. They went to a bar. Okay? Going to a bar is not a Halloween party. It's a bar. It's open to the public. Know the difference. Exactly. You called it. What I want is I want Big Rob to soften up Big Daddy Cool for me. I would love to box Adam McCloud, but Adam has to be shirtless so that if I wind up losing, I'm completely humiliated because I lost to a complete turd. Oh, I'll tell you what. I would much rather fucking box Adam McCloud than Big Rob Fitness, and that's just being honest. Big Rob Fitness would literally kill Adam McCloud. Oh. Oh. I miss the old Big Rob days. I wish we wouldn't have been so hard on him and made him lose his mind. Oh, God. He was just so easy to troll, you know? Oh. So, yeah, if anybody still talks to Big Rob, tell him that Adam McCloud is back to his shit-talking ways. And Adam McCloud is still trying to convince people that Big Rob Fitness is the one who got Lenny fired from the hospital. You know, Adam McCloud has that, his documents. Adam's got those documents that look like fucking Forrest Gump fucking photoshopped, proving he's got proof it was Big Rob who got Lenny fired. Oh. I took a look at Adam's supposed documents. Shit was all Greek to me. I guess you got to be a real whiz kid to be into technology like Adam. Fort Wayne, Indiana in the house. Go Michigan. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Original home of the Detroit Pistons. Fort Wayne, Indiana had a piston plant for the engines. And I believe the piston plant must have sponsored the basketball team. So they were originally the Fort Wayne Pistons. And then they moved to Detroit. That must have been in the late 50s, early 60s. Ottawa. One of the funniest things about Ottawa is in the movie Canadian Bacon, when John Candy and his drunk buddies want to invade Canada and they want to storm the capital, and they don't believe that Ottawa is the fucking capital of Canada. They swear it's Toronto. They're like, Ottawa? Are me and Brad friends? No. But whatever. I think the fact that he tried to do the right thing and he dropped off my tire chains at my mom's, and we'll see if that Sirius or that I don't know if it's Sirius. Supposedly he dropped off the satellite radio as well. We'll see. Because from what I understand, that satellite radio was in two different boxes. And I think one box had the actual radio and then the other box had all the accessories. And they both had my name on it. And Brad thought it'd be real cute to let fucking Lenny, his trained gorilla, fucking tear into the package. So who knows what's still there, what's broken, what's missing, what's fucked up. We'll see. Describe a perfect push-pull leg routine. Well, I'm going to have to steal the legendary Ed Cohn's workout matrix. Those of you guys don't know who Ed Cohn is, he probably, when it comes to powerlifting, is the GOAT. He competed in the 220s. He may have started out in the 181s. He really was at his best, I think, in the 220s. He may have competed a little bit in the 242s. I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, he trained out of a gym called Quads Gym in Chicago, Illinois area. And Ed Cohn, his matrix is 4 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And basically, Monday is your squat day because that's the first event in powerlifting. So you want to squat, and that's also where you're going to get your biggest number. So he would squat on Monday and do all of his assistance work for the squat, like, hack squat, leg press, leg extension, leg curl, calves, all that nonsense. He would do all that on Monday. Then Tuesday was your bench press day, your inclines, your triceps, all that, because the bench press is the second event in powerlifting. Then he would take Wednesday off. Thursday, exactly 72 hours after his squat day, he would deadlift. And that's pretty much the perfect scenario. If you want to squat and deadlift in the same week, you want 96 hours of recovery before you squat and 72 hours recovery before you deadlift. Obviously, because the squat is a much more dangerous lift, and you just want to be more recovered for your squat. Your deadlift, you can get away with 72 hours. Your squat, you want a full 96. So, that's why squatting and deadlifting the Monday, Thursday is just about perfect. So he would deadlift on Thursday and do his bent over rows and his chin ups and his shrugs and his lat pull downs and all that shit after he deadlifted. Then Friday would be kind of a light bench press and, a light push routine. Basically like Monday's or like Tuesday's workout, but just lighter, because you're sore. It's your fourth day training that week, and you just want to go in there on Friday and get the soreness out, do some reps with some light weight, maybe do a dynamic effort workout, which is basically speed bench. And then he would take the weekends off. And then he would come back and start over again on Monday. He would squat on Monday, 96 hours after his deadlift workout. That is pretty much the perfect split. If all you want to do is pack on size and mass and do it on a weekly basis and be bigger every month, like it's perfect for a teenager or a high school athlete or even a college athlete to put on mass. You want to make varsity. I would recommend that 4 day a week matrix because that's how you're going to put on the most amount of muscle. You training 5-6 days a week like a bodybuilder. You're not going to put on the kind of mass like doing Ed Cohn's 4 day fucking matrix. I've been doing close grip bench instead of push downs and skull crushers. My triceps are sore every workout. Well, see, skull crushers work the part of the tricep that's good for the bench. They work this part. This right here is what you want for a big bench. And skull crushers work that. Whereas tricep pushdowns with a cable work the outside. That really doesn't do shit for your bench. but you want to keep your triceps somewhat balanced. Like if you notice you're starting to get a little bit of elbow pain, that's because you might be overtraining this a little bit. And if you do some cable push downs and maybe work the outside a little bit and balance the muscle, you'll notice that will help the elbow pain. So you don't need to do a lot of cable push downs, because that part of the tricep is really not very involved in a bench press. But like I said, if you neglect the outer head of the tricep, you're going to create an unbalance in the back of the arm, and that's going to create eventually elbow pain. But yeah, there's nothing better than close grip bench. I remember, I don't remember what bodybuilder it was. Might have been the great Mike Christian, who said, close grip bench is the meat and potatoes of my tricep routine. That's really all you need to know. Close grip bench is the meat and potatoes of my tricep program. You know, sure, you need a vegetable, maybe a salad, but the meat and potatoes is the close grip bench. You know, I would call like, you know, maybe your skull crushers would be your broccoli, and your cable push downs would be your dinner salad. But your meat and potatoes are the close grip bench. Now the overhead tricep press, also called the French curl, that works this big, huge, meaty part up here. That's great for building a big arm. But then again, it's really not that involved in the bench press. I'm telling you, this little head down here, there's 3 heads of the tricep. That's why it's called a tricep. This little head down here on the inside of the elbow, you want to bench a lot, you need to get thick in the elbow. That's where all the power is. That's where all the strength is. Getting thick down there on the inside of the elbow down here. But no, you want big triceps no matter what. And I did a little 3-week program, which I found to be very effective. Is week 1, I did these for the big part of the tricep. Week 2, I did skull crushers. Week 3, I did cable push downs. So in a 3-week plan, I did 3 different tricep exercises, changing the exercise each week. And I'll tell you what, I put on a lot of mass in those 3 weeks of my tricep. But don't fuck with the order. You want to do this one first. And if you want to do all 3 in the same workout, please stick with the same order. You want to do the overhead tricep curl or the French press first, the skull crusher second, and the cable push down last. It's just the most effective way to do triceps. Don't be like one of these Instagram chicks that tries to invent a new way to do it. Look, the guys that came before us, they already figured it out. Stop thinking that you're going to be smarter than the champions of the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. You're not. There's a certain way to fucking do things, okay? Honest opinion of intensity of workout in public gym compared to home workout. Well, I really don't. I don't enjoy a home gym because, believe it or not, I know a lot of you guys think I'm an asshole and I'm a horrible human being. but I'm actually a very social creature, and I actually enjoy the gym. To me, the gym is also a social interaction. For me, living this trucker lifestyle, my weekends when I get to go to the gym, that is the highlight of my week. Without Generally, I work out Saturday and Sunday. It's very rare that I do legs anymore because let's face it, all I do is do reps with 135. Who really cares? You miss a week of legs when you're only squatting 135. It's not like you're going to get weaker or lose mass. So basically, I do my push routine, my pressing on Saturdays, and then I do my upper body pulling, like my rowing and my rows and my pull downs and all that nonsense. I do that on Sunday. So basically, I work out twice a week. I go to the gym Saturday and Sunday. And I generally try and get a hotel room on Saturday and Sunday so I can live like a human being on the weekends. A human being. YouTube celery. No, but so that is the highlight of my week, going to the gym. So let's just say one of you guys had 40 acres or something like that. And you said, Jay, I got this kick-ass gym out in my pole barn. Oh, yeah, we got a stripper pole. We got a fucking stereo. We got a full bar and, fucking weights. So I pull my rig onto your farm or whatever, wherever you're at. Could be out in the desert. Doesn't have to be a farm. But anyway, let's say you got a nice air-conditioned fucking pole barn with a kick-ass home gym. Yeah, I'm going to get a good workout and have a nice weekend with you and your family and whatnot. Maybe fuck your wife or your sister or whatever, your mom. I'm not picky. But I'm not going to get that social interaction of going to the gym. I like to go to the gym. You're either a gym rat or you're not. And guys that can maintain focus in a home gym, God bless you. God bless you. I just prefer to go to the gym. Now, if I hit the fucking Powerball, would I have a nice kick-ass home gym? Absolutely right. But if I hit the Powerball and had an incredible fucking home gym, how often would I use it? Probably never. I would probably still hop in my fucking lifted fucking Hummer, lifted fucking dually diesel or whatever I was driving because I'm rich, and I would still go to the gym, even though I would have, the best home gym in the goddamn country. You know how many kick-ass home gyms go unused? Because people want to be with people. Right? I'll tell you, living the trucker lifestyle, when you're on the road, there's nothing better than being in a new town, a gym you never been to before. It's fucking Saturday morning. You're on a scoop of fucking Outlift by Nutrex. You're just geeked out of your fucking mind. You're feeling good. You haven't drank since Thursday. You're ready to fucking lift. And you got 405 on the bar. And you know what people are thinking. Like, look at this fucking fat slob. What? He thinks he's going to get 4 plates? Jesus Christ. I hope he doesn't hurt himself. And then you lay down and fucking bang it out for 8, 9, 10 reps, whatever you get that day. It doesn't really matter. Because these people, they didn't think you were going to get 1. Because look at yourself. You're a fucking fat, drunk, homeless trucker. And you lay down and you fucking belt out 8, 9, 10 reps of 405, and people are like, wow, holy shit, man. You're never going to get that kind of human interaction in a home gym. So, you can get good workouts in a home gym, but it's just not the same. Forever alone. I don't know why you guys think I'm so alone. So it let's just say I'm gonna change the details so no one can accuse me of talking about a certain person. Let's just say I found a woman who'd been married twice, divorced twice, and she's got a kid with each one. You know, two failed marriages, two kids. You know, one's in 5th grade, one's in 8th grade. I'm just making all this up so you guys don't think I'm talking about people. And and I decided to move in with her because I loved her, and I knew I loved her within a month. That would be okay with you guys? That I was such a cuck that, I mean, come on, man. Nothing wrong with being a single guy. See, what the problem is, society has you guys feeling guilty if you're not taking care of a woman financially. Like, how dare you keep all your money to yourself? How dare you? There's single moms out there that are working 2 or 3 jobs, struggling to get by. And they have children that could use a father. And there you are being selfish, being single and a bachelor. How dare you? That'd be a good Greta Thunberg fucking meme. How dare you? See, that's how society treats bachelors. Because women, the media is behind women 100%. If you're a fucking single mom, you're a media darling. Doesn't matter if you're a slut or a fucking whore or whatever. You can even be a drug addict. If you're a single mom, you're all of a sudden you're some kind of hero, like you're a cop or a fireman. Oh. It's all a joke, guys. Or girls. I'm hoping there's some girls on here. You don't need to support other people to so other people think you're a good person. Like, oh, that Jay, he's a real good guy. He's got that single mom living with him, and he's really doing good. He treats that young girl like it's his own daughter. Come on, man. I'm way too selfish to be bringing on another man's problems. OPP means 2 different things. It can mean other people's pussy, but it can also mean other people's problems. So when you take on these women that have kids, that's other people's problems, man. You got to look. There's people out there much more successful than me, and probably some that are equal, and maybe even some that aren't quite as successful as me, that don't want any part of that, and just maybe once a month or twice a month, maybe even once a week, they call a fucking local escort service, and they put on a condom and they just bang a fucking stranger, and then they do their own thing. They go out with their guy friends and they fucking party like rock stars. They hit the gym. They go to their job. They kick ass. They bank all their money. You don't have to be a cuck that puts up with a bunch of nonsense for society, because, well, society, it's okay for Charlie Sheen to fucking do cocaine and hookers, but, if a truck driver does it, he's a fucking scumbag. I mean, come on, man. Plenty of people think you're a fool if you move a fucking single mom into your home. I'm not the only person. So you guys got to quit singling me out. Like, I'm just the only person that doesn't care. You know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of people that think exactly what I think. They just don't want to deal with the bullshit of what you guys do to people. Jay, do you think we are alphas because we were raised by single mothers? My mom's second husband was a complete fucking dweeb. So I wasn't really raised by a single mom. My mom married a fucking twerp. I would call him like a McCuck with long hair. So I don't know what makes, and being an alpha, who really cares if you're alpha or not? There's plenty of beta males out there that the only reason we call them betas is because they're quiet. They're really no different. They're doing the same thing. They're banking all their money into their bank account. They're not supporting any single moms or anybody else's children. And they're getting an escort service on the weekend. You guys may call them betas, but fuck. Would you rather be an alpha male with a beard and tattoos, taking on all sorts of other people's problems? Or would you rather, people called you a beta because you're quiet, but really in secret, you're banking all your own money. You got no child support, and you bang fucking escorts on the weekend, and you don't talk about it. Lenny lost all his muscle. Yeah, Lenny's got some kind of atrophy problem. I don't know what's going on with Lenny. So I really don't know. Lenny's life is really kind of a mystery. I don't know what's going on, honestly. I remember when I met Lenny, 5 years ago? When did I first start appearing in Andrew's videos? 4 or 5 years ago? Lenny was fucking jacked, man. Have you ever been outside the American continent? No. I've been to Ontario, Canada. I've been to Tijuana, Mexico. And I've been to, what was the name of the city in the Bahamas I went? I can't remember. I've been to the Bahamas. But no, I would consider the Bahamas technically still on the American continent. Dips for bench press. Dips are a funny exercise. Your first couple weeks doing dips, hell yes, they're going to help your strength. But then, see, the problem is adaptation. Your body is going to adapt to the dip. And you are going to get so good at dips that you're just going to be doing dips and dips and dips and all these dips and more dips and dipping like this, dipping like that, dipping for doughs, doing for dips. And your strength will stop going up. What I would recommend doing is maybe do dips for 2 or 3 weeks and then stop. And not do them for like 6 weeks. Because if you're doing dips all the time, you're going to get good at dips, and that's all you're going to be good at. Your body, I think Louis at Westside, he calls it accommodation, where your body accommodates to that movement and just masters it and gets good at it, and you really don't get any strength gains out of it. But yes, dips will give you a short-term burst on your bench press. But don't expect those gains to last long, because after you're doing dips for about 3 weeks, you're going to be so good at doing fucking dips. Doing your dips is going to start hurting your bench press workout, if that makes sense. You need a full-time lot lizard like a cat. Have you met Aladdin? Yeah, he's a very nice guy. I met Aladdin out at Bradford Manor, name that I came up with. Remember you guys were calling it Bard Estates? And I did that video saying how stupid that sounds. How about Bradford Manor? Yeah, I met Aladdin out at Bradford Manor that night that he trained there. I think, was that the night Big Swole was there? Couldn't have been the same night. It was definitely the same era, because it was when I was off work because of COVID-19, I believe. But yeah, Aladdin had his Bentley up there. That's a sweet ride. I think that Bentley's got a V12. That's a nice car. Jay, thoughts on lawnmower pulls as an exercise? You mean bent over dumbbell rows? Where you put one knee and one hand on the bench? They're incredible. What you're calling lawnmower pulls, and that's a great name for them. You put one knee and one hand on a flat bench so that your spine is stabilized, okay? Your other foot is on the ground. So you're basically in a 3-point stance. I'm going to simulate doing them right-handed, so my left knee and my left hand are on the flat bench. My right foot is on the ground. So I'm in like I've got 3 points of contact. So therefore my spine is stabilized. Okay? Get it? You keep your back flat. You're not doing Dorian rows here. Come on, you're no Dorian Yates. You want your flat back parallel to the fucking flat bench that your hand and your knee are on. And you're doing lawnmower pulls. Neutral grip. Don't do them like this. Neutral grip. You want to involve more of the arm. And it's going to be a ton of rear delt. And I'm going to tell you something about lawnmower pulls. And for those of you guys that can't think out of the box, it's not going to make sense. For those of you guys that can think in 3D or 4D, whatever they call it, it'll make perfect sense. When you add lawnmower pulls to your routine on back day, you are going to see an increase in your flat bench. And I know some of you guys that aren't very bright are going to be like, but Jay, You know, dumbbell rows, that's a back exercise. How's that going to help my bench? Well, let me explain. Because lawnmower pulls build so much rear delt strength, and rear delt is a stabilizer muscle in the bench press. It's not a pressing muscle, but if you don't have strong rear delts, you're never going to fucking bench press a lot. You need that stabilizer to hold the shoulder girdle in place when you're bringing a heavy weight down to your chest. And when you build up your rear delts with lawnmower pulls, you are going to feel so strong at the bottom when you bring that bar down to touch your chest, because you got all that new mass back there. You're just going to feel strong as fuck on bench day once you start doing lawnmower pulls. Great question, bro. I haven't heard them called lawnmower pulls in years. That's like a 1980s term, bro. You're like a throwback. Whoa. Dan Green did pull-ups every workout. Well, sounds stupid to me. Pull-ups will ruin your bench press. Let's go deer hunting, Big J. I'd love to, man. I'd love to. I can tell the rut is starting. I've seen so many roadkill the past couple weeks, and it's funny. It seems like this year, this October, I've seen more spike horns, more 4 points, and more little teeny 6-pointers dead on the side of the road than I've ever seen before in my life. So it seems like there's a lot of little bucks this year, and it seems like they must be they're probably going through their first rut, and they're just chasing pussy and running out in the front of cars. But I've seen a lot of dead does too, but that tells you that the bucks are pushing them. See, because the does aren't gonna the bucks will push the does if the does aren't ready to breed. You know, you get some little Dale Chance guy fucking on a test cycle, that wants to fuck you, you're gonna run. That's what's going on right now. Is you got Dale Chance. Jay Masters, are you in good enough shape for an elk hunt? I have land in Colorado. You're welcome anytime. Am I in shape for an elk hunt? Hell no. Did I do a 30-minute cardio walk today? Yes, I did. Yeah, I did a 30-minute walk today. Did I do 30 minutes on a fucking stair stepper or a treadmill? No. I went and walked the streets. I'm not really sure how long I was out there. But I did go for a nice walk this afternoon. I would probably 30 minutes. I would probably be a real good guess. Real good guess. 30-minute walk. What are the negative side effects of gear for you? I'll tell you what. I think I'm in week 4 of Tren, and the skin on my face is a fucking mess. Jesus Christ. I went, I think it was Sunday night. I went in the swimming pool at the hotel. And, obviously swimming pools have chlorine in them. I woke up Monday morning and I looked at my face in the fucking mirror and I'm like, what in the fuck happened to my fucking forehead? Jesus fucking Christ. It was like my forehead skin was like dead and calloused. And I haven't been tanning. And then I noticed today when I looked in the mirror that like the trend has the pores in my face so big you could drive a truck through the fucking pores in my face right now. Yeah, trend is nasty, foul stuff, but I love it. Oh. And I really don't care about getting a little ED from Tren or Deca because I'm 51 years old. And, I could care less about drilling pussy at my age. It's not like I'm, if I'm on a real good cycle and I got a touch of ED, oh well, at least I'm making gains. Women will fuck your life up unless you got a good one. So if you got a woman giving you grief, you got to let her go, bro. Like, you got to let her go. What gains? Jay, are you hoping the trend leans you out? I really don't care. The reason I'm running Tren is I bought this Tren a long time ago. For any of you guys that some of you guys might buy one cycle at a time, and then when you're done with a cycle, you don't have any gear until you buy your next cycle. I got what I would call a kitty. Like you might pick up a thing here, a thing there, put it in the kitty. You're not necessarily running it. Like I got a 10cc vial of Deca in my kitty, but I'm not planning on running Deca anytime soon. I just have it, But anyway, I had these 2 vials of Tren in my kitty, and they're pretty much the oldest gear that I have, and I've mentioned this before. With oil-based gear, if it gets too old, it's never going to go bad, but eventually it's going to fall out of suspension and crystallize. And once that happens, it's a pain in the ass to get it to go back into suspension. Now, this would be a good time to talk about that. What you do, now, first let me tell you guys, you never heat up gear without ventilating it. And when I say ventilate, you take a needle off of the syringe, so you just have the needle. You put a needle in the rubber stopper, so it's vented, okay? Got me? And you never directly heat the gear. You heat water and then put the gear in the water and then make sure the gear is vented with a needle through the rubber stopper. Okay, got me? So you're using indirect heat. The gear is in water that you're heating from another source. and you've got a needle in the rubber stopper so that when the gear gets warm and wants to expand, it doesn't explode that fucking glass vial. If you ever get some gear that falls out of suspension and crystallizes, that's what you do. You take a needle you're not going to use, put it through the rubber stopper so that the gear is vented. That way it won't explode when you warm it up. Use indirect heat. Don't ever directly heat gear. Put the gear in warm water. It's a pain in the ass, and it sucks. So, anyway, I had this trend laying around, and I'm like, fuck it. It's time to use it. I don't want to throw it away. McCuck is fake news. That's because McCuck has been faking a lot of things that have happened to him because he wants to pretend he's important. Why do pull-ups ruin your bench? Because the bottom part of your bench, before you get to your sticking point, is a lot of lats. And if you're overtraining your lats, your bench is going to suck. And I'm not saying don't train your lats, because you need a strong back to bench a lot. That's just bench 101. You need a strong back. But if your number one goal in life is how many chin-ups I can do, your bench is not going to like that. Experiment, bro. Don't take my word for it. If you want to be a chin-up monster, go be a chin-up monster and say, Jay, you're full of shit. I was benching 225 for 10, and I went from 15 to 20 chin-ups, and now I'm doing 225 for 15. And I'm going to say, well, okay, cool. So chin-ups work for a guy your size, which is small. I'm just kidding. But see what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm just telling you what I've experienced. Like, I'm a big fat fuck. Like, I can probably decent chin-ups that you guys would count. I can probably do 3 sets of 3 because I'm 325 pounds if I'm a fucking ounce. So if big fat fucking Jay goes and does 3 sets of 3 on a chin-up bar, I'm just telling you, my next bench press workout might not be anything to fucking brag about. Because you need that lat strength to bench a lot of weight. Oh. Most people in this chat are natty. Well, that's a problem. No. I need to do chin-ups. I'm more worried about my upper back. Like when I see Lenny's fucking upper back, I'm just in awe because Lenny doesn't know how to train. Lenny just has a really genetically nice upper back. So I really could care less about the muscles you get from a chin-up. I'm more interested in doing like my favorite back exercise right now is the hammer strength isolateral low row, where you got the chest pad, you got your hands down here, and you do this. It's almost the same range of motion as a Yates row, which I criticize. And it's not like I don't like those muscles. I just don't think you should be using the barbell row to build those muscles. I mean, look how many guys tear a bicep doing Yates rows. Because when you do a Yates row, you can do so much goddamn weight. And they make a hammer strength machine that hits the same goddamn range of motion. So that's my point. Oh. Yeah, the hammer strength isolateral low row is the best back machine I've ever seen or heard about. I mean, that's the one machine get an upper back pump while you're training lats. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, that was mommy calling. She said, Jay, you don't need to work anymore. Quit your job and go on food stamps. You know, Big Rob's sister is an attorney. You know, Big Rob's sister thinks that she can get me on disability. So. Thoughts on Lenny's workout video at Bradford Manor? Are you talking about Saturday before they did the makeup? I haven't seen that. I saw the video where they put the makeup on Lenny at the gym at Bradford Manor, and then I saw the dancing video where that Lenny was dancing with a minor, which was a little weird. Like, looked like Lenny was dancing with a 15-year-old girl. Like, whoa, strange. But no, I didn't know that they posted a workout video. Someone sent me a direct message that Lenny and Brad were talking shit about me while they were using my squat rack, which is kind of a low-class move. I mean, come on. Brad should be thankful as fuck he has that squat rack. He wants to run his mouth about me while he's using it. Brad has a different sense of humor than I have. Oh, good. And Lenny has no... Look, I try not to trash Lenny. I might say some things that aren't very flattering about Lenny, but I don't do it to trash Lenny. I like Lenny. I love Lenny, you know, but I try not to say things malicious about Lenny. If I said some bad things about Lenny, yeah, hell yeah. But I don't think I've said anything bad about him recently at all. I mean, do you think Lenny did a good job training Aladdin? I really don't. Look, Aladdin made most of those gains after he went back to Canada, to be honest. But everything Aladdin learned while Lenny was living with him, that's the knowledge he used when he went back to Canada. Look, Lenny has information. I mean, look, he claims that he trained the legendary Andrew Kalora, 650 raw bench, which is, I've said it many times, quite possibly the best raw bench in history. And I stand by that statement, because people who have benched more than 650 raw since Kalura had many more advantages than Kalura had. I mean, Kalura's 650 raw is raw as fuck. I mean, that Kalura's 650 raw is fucking amazing. I will never ever say anything bad about that lift. That's just amazing. Kalura was a really gifted athlete, and Lenny supposedly trained him, and Lenny's, what Lenny did for Aladdin is more than obvious. I mean, Lenny should get some fucking business cards drawn up and be a personal trainer and use those two people as his trademark fucking but yeah, Michigan will never beat Ohio State. You might be right. I think Michigan is their quarterback this year. Could Synthel Mark bench 650? No. Synthel Mark is a chronic masturbator. Holy shit, we're up to 149 people. MD says, Jay, you coward. What can I do, M, to make you not think I'm a coward? Will you set up a boxing match between me and McCuck? Would that make you feel better? Would you rather I box Brad? McCuck won't take that. Really? Why? I thought McCuck was a badass. Come on. Box Lenny. I actually think I could do pretty good against Lenny. Lenny's got two things on me: height and reach. And I think me and Lenny would be actually a fucking fun celebrity boxing match. We'd have to put some, big gloves on so we don't hurt each other. I really don't think me and Lenny, obviously mouthpieces, mouth guards. Now, some people might say, well, you're going to need headgear. Dude, I don't think either one of us can punch hard enough to give the other guy a concussion to worry about that. Um, and when it comes to kidney belts, I don't think that would be fair because that would be one of my strategies would be to abuse that stomach. I mean, if I was going to box Lenny, I am gonna abuse that stomach. I would look like Dale Chance, up on my tiptoes trying to punch Lenny in the face. Why not just abuse that rat's nest of a stomach he's got? Because that's going to wind up hurting him real bad. And I don't want to hurt Lenny. I love Lenny. But no, Lenny and I think all of us should get in shape and do a little boxing. Not because we hate each other, but the money we could make. Like, fuck. I would have to quit drinking and smoking to box Brad because he's a little shit. I would have to give up drinking and smoking for 90 days, get in shape to fight Brad. And then obviously I would beat the living dog shit out of him. But that would be good for me. Imagine if I didn't drink or smoke for 90 days and then we did a Misfits pay-per-view and I beat the fucking dog shit out of Brad. That would be great. Jay, you should box the old Misfits like Chuck and Todd. Nah. I think the boxing matches that people want to see are Jay versus McCuck, Jay versus Brad, and Jay versus Lenny. I mean, best bench advice you can give. Eat and sleep. Fat guys can't box. Well, tell that to Butterbean. When you guys say fat guys can't box, are you saying Lenny's not fat, McCuck's not fat, Brad's not fat? I mean, what do you guys think Brad's percent body fat is? What do you think Lenny's percentage body fat is? What do you think McCuck's is? What do you think mine is? You guys all think I'm so much fatter than everybody just because I'm bigger. That's not exactly the case. I mean, McCuck literally has no muscle. So McCuck could have the highest body fat of the four of us. Now, we know Brad's in the best condition because he's a male prick. That guy That guy is an alcoholic, and he can fucking drink with single moms at the bar till fucking 2 a.m, go home and fuck, and then go schlep the mail the next day. I mean, Brad's a stallion when it comes to conditioning. But so, no, Brad is an amazing physical condition. Look, physical condition doesn't mean what you look like. You guys got to stop thinking like bodybuilders. Like, Brad himself will try and criticize me and Lenny. Look at all the gear you guys do, and you guys look like shit. Appearance and performance are two different things. Like, Brad doesn't look good with his shirt off, but I guarantee you Brad's in good shape. Brad looks like shit with his shirt off because he drinks beer. He's got that flabby fucking skin with all those Nazi tattoos and all that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Brad looks like shit. But if you don't think Brad's in shape, Brad can fucking drink till 2 a.m, fuck till 4 a.m, and then get up at 7 and go schlep the fucking mail. I mean, if that's your goal in life, I mean, Brad's kind of a stud. I mean, I respect the guy. He's a misfit. But he's a 200-pound misfit. He needs to watch his fucking mouth. I have a tiny dick. I don't get into all the Nazi shit like I did when I was young. Shit, when I was a teenager, I was a definite Nazi. But dude, when you're dumb and young, Nazism seems cool, man. But like, I've met so many Jewish people in my adult life that I think Nazism is fucking stupid. And I'll tell you what, I've banged some pretty hot Jewish babes that I definitely wouldn't put in the gas chamber. Like, I gotta use, back in slave days in America, you guys know how I don't want to use bad words because I don't want this to get deleted, but they had, because YouTube is so fucking stupid, but you know how you had slave hands, and then you had the house N-word. Well, the Nazis had the same thing. They had Jews that went to the death camps, but you don't think they had some house Jews they kept around for sexual favors? Because, dude, there's some Jewish women that are fucking extremely beautiful. keep saying PM. Val is insecure being with older Brad. I don't know. I really don't know how to respond to that. I don't know. No. Do you think the Nazis would experiment on Dale? No, because of his height. He's inferior. They would just exterminate him. Oh, Father. Oh. It's getting stinky in here. I need some air conditioning. I pissed on my hand. Taco gets insecure when people tell her to get a job. That's no troll. Ask anyone who was on their beer live like a month ago. Valerie had a real good bartending job before Brad moved her into the house. See, when Brad met Valerie, Valerie had an apartment with another single mom whom I've never met. I don't know anything about her. But anyway, Valerie was fucking slinging fucking drinks at some bar in Deerfield, and I think banking fucking real good money. Brad was shacking up with his uncle, and when they met, and you know, so there's Brad cucking himself, like basically moving himself into an apartment with two single moms. Like, that's a complete cuckold situation. Like, but anyway, yeah, Valerie had a great job before COVID-19. And then just everything worked out that Brad was getting that house back that he owned. And COVID-19 hit. Valerie lost her job. Brad thought that was a good time to move a single mom in. Whatever, it's his decision. Who really cares? I'm not the one paying the bills there. It's really none of my business. I got tricked. Dude, I want to see Adam McCloud fight fucking Big Rob Fitness. I will drive Big Rob Fitness over to fucking Adam McCloud's house. We need to get Big J and Team Humanity back united now that we have a common enemy. You guys, Big Rob will remember that he sent me this shirt. I wore this shirt for a reason, because Big Rob Fitness sent me this shirt. So you guys want to edit this out? I'm going to cut a promo right now for you guys to edit. Hey, Big Rob. This is Big J Masters. We got a problem down here in South Florida. It seems Adam McCloud of the New Universal Order is still spreading lies that you got Big Lenny fired from the hospital. I want to put it together a smackdown between you and Adam McCloud. Our people against his people. Team Humanity against the New Universal Order. Death match. Cage match. God bless America. Trump 2020. How was that for a wrestling promo? Yeah, we gotta get Big Rob back in things. McCloud needs to be taught a lesson that he is just a genetically inferior person that needs to just shrivel up and go away. Brad is having a Halloween party and you're not invited. Come on, man. If you're so positive Brad's having a Halloween party, you must be invited. So post his address right now, right here. Come on. Put your money where your mouth is. Where's the party? I really don't need you guys, you guys that want to dick ride Brad on my page. I mean, come on, man. You know what I'd like to see if Brad and Valerie did have a Halloween party? And those of you who are good at Photoshop, yes, I'm encouraging this for Halloween. Count McCuckula. Imagine McCuck as Dracula. Dude, is that the most fucking hysterical thing you could fucking think of? Like, you got this vampire after you that's like this short, fat guy. You just want to punch in the fucking face. Oh. You know, I was thinking about Nate today. And I don't often think about Nate. But the boys in the fucking my private chat were they were going over one of Livia's posts, where Livia somehow thinks she's like looking good. I mean, come on. But anyway, it got me thinking about Nate, and I started thinking, like, you know, I need to reevaluate my attitudes about the Misfits, because Nate is actually a very likable person. compared to McCuck. Like, like you know, McCuck talks about like breaking bread, like he's somebody that people want to go out to dinner with. I break bread with the Gaudis. I break bread with this. I break bread with that. Like, this guy is the genetic equivalent of a fucking salamander. It like it I just think that we need a little bit of a reset in the misfit maniac world. Like, is Nate really that bad of a guy? I mean, compared to McCuck? I mean, no, I wouldn't break bread with Olivia, or Livia, whatever her name is, unless there's going to be a gangbang. Because, look, she showed her true colors when she went and fucked that Tyler guy. So, look, to quote McCuck, I'm not breaking bread with Livia. But if Nate ever grew a sack and had to dump her and become a man, I would break bread with Nate and say, brother, I know you're hurting, and I know it doesn't feel good right now, but it's gonna be okay. And you need to trust me. And I can be your father. No, it didn't freeze. That was me. Nate, you slant-eyed fucking gook, I can be your father. You're fucking up, bro. And you're twice the man, McCuck. Nate, why are you settling for one piece of ass? You're like the Tiger Woods, Keanu Reeves, crossbreed fucking gook of the fucking Genovaverse. You could be slaying all sorts of pussy, and you're with a whore who has completely humiliated you. Come on, man. The fuck? You are the Tiger Woods, Keanu Reeves. Who else is half slope? I'm trying to think. All you cocksuckers that are half Asian are somewhat good looking. Even the ones that are mixed with fucking porch monkey. So, what's wrong with you, man? You're gonna settle for a fucking whore who fucks a guy, and then your best comeback is there was no cheating. Well, goddamn right there wasn't cheating, brother. She wasn't thinking about you while that dick was inside her. She doesn't know. She doesn't think she was cheating. She wasn't thinking about you inside her, you fucking moron. So you come on the podcast and you think you're like, oh, there was no cheating. Right. Because she wasn't thinking about you while that dick was inside her. You dumb fucking slope. Fuck. What's wrong with you? Stupid fuck. Who's next? What do we want to talk about? I can tell you about people. You want to know? You guys want to know who texts me? Who's still on Big J's side? Who's left the Genovaverse? I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to do it. Because all these cuckolds that my detractors are siding with. Look, Robzilla and I still text. I haven't seen the guy. But no, me and Robzilla are on fucking good terms. And look, I don't want to speak for Andrew, and I'm not going to speak for Andrew. But I happen to know that Robzilla and Andrew still text, and they're on good terms. So you got to look at like whose friends are on the in and whose friends are on the out. Like, I'm still friends with Robzilla, who's Lenny's friend. Okay? I really don't like Pomps, who's Brad's friend. So, like, I really don't know any of Andrew's friends. I think Andrew's a shapeshifter. And I think when I'm sleeping, Andrew turns into a cat that goes and sleeps on someone else's sill. Because I had a point to make. But whose friends make it? Lenny tried to bring in Robzilla. Um, I'm still friends with Robzilla. Andrew is still okay with Robzilla. I mean, we're not best buds, but we're okay. I mean, we're totally okay with Robzilla. I would break bread with Robzilla. You know, it, all right. I am treading on dangerous territory. Um, so I'm going to shut up about this. Okay, no, I'm not. I I think that if and I'm using the break bread term because it's so McCuck. If I was going to break bread with Robzilla, I think I could get Andrew to break bread with Robzilla. And that's all I'm going to say. Because, hey, I'm a peaceful person. I unify people. Me, Big Lenny, Andrew, Big Rob. Big Rob. I said Big Rob, my name. Yeah, Big Rob. I'll break bread. I'll break bread with Big Rob. Come on, McCuck. You want to break bread with Big Rob? I'm wearing a fucking shirt that Big Rob sent to me and Big Lenny. You guys need to ask Big Lenny to wear his. We want to break bread with Big Rob. Now, see, McCuck will probably bribe Lenny to break bread with him because that's how McCuck operates. McCuck will probably bribe Lenny to break bread with him instead of me and Big Rob. Whatever. This is all. I got Mike Pancake. I got the conservative Cuban. And I've even told the Mike Pancake, who's a personal friend of mine. I've known him since about 2005 in Delray Beach. And he's not a small guy. He's like 6'4", 230. I mean, he's a decent sized guy. I've said, Mike, stop with the Brad and Valerie stuff. I think Brad and Valerie want to retire to the countryside and not be involved in all this misfit nonsense. So, like, anything you have about their past, I think we're just going to have to move on. That's the kind of guy I am. I'm a good guy. Yeah. So what were we talking about? Father, come forth from the fire. I need smokes really bad. about Hamburg? That fucker wants to fight? Come on, man. Hamburg couldn't even stay sober to meet Lenny at the gym. I don't want to say the Misfits are dead. In fact, I'll never say that. But as long as Brad is going to hold this grudge, and Brad is gone in alliance with Transform X and ZC only, that's not going to help things. I mean, this ZC only guy, this Transform X guy, he's like a fucking, like an Indonesian kid or something, a little brown person that sits by the computer with a thesaurus and a dictionary. So, and he thinks out every word he types so that everybody, he wants everybody to think he's highly educated. Dude, come on, man. We're not falling for it because you're bullshit. You write paragraphs like a lawyer that gets $400 an hour, but you're obsessed with an overweight alcoholic fucking truck driver, so it doesn't add up. So go fuck yourself, Transform X. You're stupid. You're a fucking moron. I fucking own your brain, man. I got a $20,000 education at Eastern Michigan University, and I own you because I'm a superior male. You're a little Indonesian boy or whatever you are, like a little like. Are you a native of New Zealand, like a little animal? Like something that should be killed? Or you're obviously brown. You speak with an English accent, but I think you're brown, which is disgusting. You should kill yourself. Big Rob Fitness. What's up, Big Rob? Big Brad wants to fight you, Big Rob. Adam McCloud wants to fight you, Big Rob. Shit. Hey, Big Rob Fitness, I'm sorry I trolled you. You're a ton bigger than Brad and Adam McCloud. You could kick both their asses. Now that they're both trying to punk me out, dude, I'm totally on your side. I would love to see you beat the fuck out of fucking Brad or Adam McCloud, and I'll help. Shit. Oh, but you don't want to go to Brad's house. Brad's got 2 pit bulls now. Dude, really? 2 pit bulls? Dude, that's a warning sign right there that Brad is trash. That he has 2 pit bulls. He's covered in tattoos. He doesn't feel like a man unless he has that beard. And he's so insecure about his own childhood that he's on his 3rd chance to have a family. You know, he's paying child support to the two previous. Now he's bringing one in that has one of her own. Brad's a mess. Come on. I'd like to know, I enjoy the study of psychology. And I want to know, I deeply want to know why Brad would take on a single mom who basically during the COVID-19 had no job. Obviously, getting some good pussy's a good deal, but you can always get an escort. But something happened to Brad where he doesn't feel right unless he's taking care of an inferior woman. I'm just wondering what happened. Maybe Brad's dad moved out for a little while and the family struggled. Brad had to, Brad didn't have a lunch. Was living more like a PM. For someone who's been burned twice by women for child support, to bring in a single mom into your house, Brad is either a saint, which I doubt, or a fucking mark, which is much more likely the case. So what made Brad a mark? His dad must have done something real shitty to his mom when he was a kid. So now he has to get, prove he's a man, get all these tattoos. Brad's fucking nuts. Maybe you don't want to fight Brad. Something you guys don't know about Brad? Brad pays over $600 a month on his third kid. Not his first, not his second, but his third kid. On his third kid alone, Brad pays over $600 a month. Brad's nuts, man. Brad's nuts. You might not want to fight a guy like that. That's that stupid and that crazy. That's paying over $600 a month to a woman. Brad's gonna uncork one day and kill somebody. Maybe it'll be me. Whatever. I doubt it. Who the fuck would bring in a single mom when you're already paying? And I don't even know the facts on Brad's first two kids. I believe his oldest son is at college, so he's not paying on that guy anymore. But his second kid, he's still paying on her. But Brad's third kid, he's paying over $600 alone. And he just decides, oh, Valerie, I love you so much. I want to kiss your feet. Let me paint your toenails. Let's do an OnlyFans page. Really? Let me paint your toenails? Let me do an OnlyFans page? Yeah, okay. That's your leader. That poor Brad. I feel so fucked. And McCuck too. These guys are not misfits. And Nate, like, Tyler goes and bangs his woman every which way but sideways for a fucking week. These guys are not misfits. Come on, man. The situations I just described, would Big Richard put up with any of this? Look, I don't put Big Richard as my end-all be-all for what it takes to be a misfit. But you know what? He's a pretty goddamn good litmus test what it takes to be a misfit. So, would Big Richard bring in a woman into his home who has a kid after he's already been burned twice for child support? Hell no. Big Richard's a stud. Yeah. Come on, man. Big Richard is the authority on. You don't bring in a new chick and pay. Come on, man. Brad is a fucking clown. Brad is subsidizing the fucking lifestyle of 3 separate women in Palm Beach County alone. He's got his first wife paying her child support. He's got the wife of his 3rd kid paying her child support. And now he's got the taco queen who's living in with her kid. And no one even knows who the father of that kid is. That poor kid. Jesus Christ. Big Richard would just like want to fucking throw himself in the river over this. Brad is breaking all the rules. He's like spreading his cum all over the place like he's got some kind of unlimited checkbook. And then taking on everybody else's problems, which is retarded. Whatever. It's not my problem. Bradley. Father. Oh, we still live? Daddy, I got smoked. Daddy, don't hurt me. Daddy, not the cord on my testicles. Daddy, I promise to be good. 136 people watching this nonsense. What's wrong with you people? Mother, will they drop the bomb tonight? How does it feel, Jay? First smoke? Pretty good. The first couple cigarettes after you've been drinking, the first couple smokes or tokes of nicotine are incredible. That's why I don't smoke a lot. If you can wait until you're drunk to smoke, it's great. You actually get something out of it. Like right now I'm smoking a cigarette and I feel like $1 million fucking dollars. Whereas people that smoke all day, every day, feel like shit. I smoke when I'm drunk, which I think is a good plan. Now, some of you may say, well, Jay, you shouldn't be drunk, you shouldn't smoke. Right. Absolutely. But if you're gonna smoke, only smoke when you're drunk. Don't smoke when you're not drunk. What the fuck good is a cigarette when you're not drunk? Someone answer me that. A cigarette is useless in the morning or during the day. Unless, of course, you have a hostage. Like, man, I got Pink Floyd going through my mind. That Mother, will they drop the bomb tonight? That's what song is that? I think it's called Mother by Pink Floyd, isn't it? You guys love to talk about my mom. Some of you good trolls that are friendly trolls, I'd love you guys to meet my mom. I have the best mom. Was my mom a slut? Yes. My mom was a slut after she divorced my dad. And Did I see a lot of traffic in my house after my dad died? Yes, I did. Did it affect me? Yes, it did. Is that what you want to hear? That's the fucking truth. What do you want me to lie? Do you want me to say, "Oh, I'm fine. I don't care"? No. It affected me quite deeply. I personally think fucking single moms are the scourge of the fucking earth, to be honest. And my mom married a pussy. Her second husband. You guys want to dox somebody? Should I dox my mom's second husband right now? Would that make me a big man? Would you guys like to know who my mom's second husband? He actually wrote a book. But I didn't have a good role model like Brad as my stepdad. I had a fucking pussy. I had a tech geek that was more like McCuck than Brad as my stepdad. A complete pussy. I'll tell you what, I owe that guy a fucking ass whooping. I remember I got a good story. You guys want to hear a good story about a stepdad? I used to be a pretty good soccer player, which I know you guys, you think I'm fat and I'm out of shape. I used to be real good at soccer when I was a kid. And I can't see the comments. I want to read the comments. I'm not getting any upgrade on the comments. My fucking stepdad forgot to pick me up, and my mom's just as at fault of this. I got done with a fucking soccer game one time. I must have been in about the 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. I can't remember exactly. But they forgot to pick me up. And I played my ass off. I was a real good soccer player. I played center halfback. I played midfielder. I wasn't a very good forward because I wasn't a good goal scorer, and I wasn't a very good. I was a good defender, but I was an absolute animal at center half because I ran the entire fucking field like a fucking animal. Because I had no fucking father, and I I I had a mom who was a whore, and I had a stepdad who I was ashamed of because he had long hair and he looked like a fucking loser. So I took out my anger on the athletic field. So I became an insane soccer player, and I was a center halfback. I took all the throw-ins for my team. I took an old fucking an old, long before CrossFit. I took an old soccer ball and filled it with sand, and I used to practice fucking throw-ins with an old soccer ball filled with sand that I taped up with silver duct tape, and that was before I ever lifted a weight in my life. I used to practice throw-ins with I was a fucking animal in junior high, in ninth grade, as a soccer player. I was all over the fucking field. I used to do dirty fucking slide tackles. I didn't give a fuck. I was a real good soccer player. Nobody that could ever play college, but on a club level, in the state of Michigan, in the fucking 80s, I was good. And I was nasty, and I was dirty, and I was tough. And I played center half. That way I was up there with the forwards when they had the ball, and I was back with the defenders when they had to deal with the ball. I was always around the ball because my fitness level was I know you guys don't believe me, but my fitness level when I played soccer was better than everybody else. And I used to ruin people. And that's where I learned how to play sports, was playing soccer. And that's what gives you the sports skills you're going to use for the rest of your life, is playing soccer. I didn't grow up being some kind of fucking skateboarder. No, I grew up fucking playing soccer. And I knew how to slide tackle, and I went in fucking cleats first, like Ty Cobb from the Detroit Tigers, trying to fucking hurt people. And I didn't need to score goals. My mission was always to take out their best player. In fact, I remember when I got picked up by the travel team in must have been 1984. When I finally got picked up by a club team, I was Mr. Nasty. Mr. Nasty, center halfback, up and down the field, everywhere the ball was, and if you had the ball, I was in your fucking face. And I remember this is gonna seem funny to you guys because you guys think I'm a big fat oaf. I used to play with AstroTurf cleats on grass because I used every advantage I could get to be quicker. And I was only like 160 pounds. And, you know, other guys are playing with these long screw-ins. I'm playing with AstroTurf cleats because I could run faster. And I was center halfback, and I was the king of just wiping people out who had the ball. I was a good passer. I got more assists than anybody. Like, my claim to fame when I played soccer wasn't scoring goals. It was the assist, like passing the ball to the guy who had more talent than me, who fucking put the ball in the fucking net. That's what I did. I was a horrible person. Like, you guys think I'm a horrible person? Imagine my personality at about 160 pounds, playing center halfback, just all over the fucking field, ruining people, and taking all the throw-ins with big, strong triceps. And when I got a throw-in, I could almost put the ball to the fucking goalie. So, like, were there times where I did a throw-in and guys would do a header into the net? Yes, there were. I've done that. How many times? I'm not sure. Maybe a couple. But yes, I've done that. I was an incredible soccer player. And then I turned to weightlifting, and my goals in athletics changed. But my attitude never changed. And my hatred for people and my hatred for what happened to me never changed. Ever. Ever. I love sports, and I like people that are nasty, and like football, for example. My favorite players in football are probably fullbacks, like the big guys who just blow people up and allow other people to score the touchdown, to me, that's victory. When you're that big guy that just blows people up and lets the other guy score, there's no better feeling in the world. That's what feels good. When your team wins and you can get enjoyment out of other people taking the fucking praise. And look, I was never really a star in sports my whole life. I was always the bully, taking the other guy out, passing the ball, setting other people up to score. And I take great pride in that. There is an art to that. If you can be like a dominant player on the field where you like intimidate other people, and you don't necessarily have to hurt other people, but if you can take them out and you can get the ball to your more athletic friends who are going to put the ball in the net, that's victory. That's victory. Because, look, I wasn't built to be a goal scorer. I was built to be that guy that just was nasty. I'm a horrible, horrible person. I remember one of my first games in the ninth grade, when I got picked up by the travel team for soccer. I don't know if a lot of you guys know what indoor soccer is, but in Michigan, you play indoor soccer in the winter. So I never played travel soccer until I was a ninth grader. I played house league my whole life. So after playing soccer basically since kindergarten, 9 years. So freshman year in high school, after 9 years of playing soccer, I finally get picked up by a fucking travel team. And this team picks me up. And we're doing indoor soccer. And indoor soccer is kind of a weird thing. It's kind of like hockey. But anyway, this guy was guarding me rather aggressively. And I didn't like it. And maybe he was better than me. I don't know. But anyway, by the end of the game, towards the end of the game, I got pretty much sick and fucking tired of the way this guy was guarding me. And I fucking pretty much grabbed him and threw him down to the ground. And he gets up off the fucking AstroTurf because we're playing indoor soccer. And he comes walking towards me. And dude, I'm brand new on this travel team. I fucking jawed him in the fucking face. I'm brand new on this team. I got a name to make. I'm punching you in the motherfucking face. That's what I did. And I got ejected. He got ejected. That's what you do. You make a name for yourself. I wasn't the best soccer player in the fucking world. I was going to be known as the fucking enforcer. And I was just a fucking little fucking 165-pound fucking freshman. You play to win the fucking game. You don't have to be the best guy out there. You need to find your role, your gimmick. You know? I played soccer with fucking anger. Yeah, soccer was my first sport. And so obviously and I was a naturally gifted endurance runner. So in 8th grade, I absolutely destroyed my school record at my middle school. I ran a 10:59 2-mile. And I was just a scrawny little fuck who was angry. Very angry young man. And I went out and ran a fucking 10:59 2-mile because I hated my mom. I hated my stepdad. And I used to run at night. I used to run. I used to go out and just run. And then Christmas of 8th grade, my mom got me a weight set. My mom got me a bench and a 110-pound weight set in 8th grade. Christmas of 1983. Changed my fucking life. I remember being in 9th grade and being in the football weight room, and for all the scrawny 9th graders, like 135, having a big plate on each side was a lot of weight. And shit, I'd been doing that in my mom's basement for months. I remember repping out 135 for like 10 reps in the 9th grade, and I racked it. And these guys that thought they were tougher than me, they weren't even paying attention. And they're like, "Holy shit, he just got 10 reps with 135," and these big tough guys they're like, what? I wasn't paying attention. What? I didn't see it. I'll tell you what. Nobody ever laid a hand on me after my mom bought me that weight set for Christmas of 8th grade. I got bullied my whole life because I hung out with older kids. I like to smoke weed, and I like to stick my finger in older chicks' pussies. I like to hang out with the bad boys. So I was pretty much, I hung out with a bad group of people, what you guys would call burnouts, or we called them burnouts back in the day. And so I basically hang out with people that were older than me and much tougher than me. And so I was basically a punching bag. But after I proved myself in the high school weight room in 9th grade, nobody ever laid a hand on me ever again. Ever again. And do I cry that I was bullied as a kid? No, I don't. Because I chose my path. I wanted to be with the older kids. I wanted to be around the marijuana. I wanted to be around the girls that would let you stick their finger in their pussy. And it came at a price, Some of those older guys, who never got to stick their finger in the pussy, yeah, every once in a while they would get pissed off and want to pick on the small guy. That was me. Made me a fucking man. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm real okay. I wouldn't trade one piece of pussy for any of the bullying I ever encountered. Ever. But you gotta pay to play the game. You want to finger the older chicks and play with their pussy and make them come, when they're cuckolding the you got to expect some bullying. Bring it, motherfucker. But by the time I was 10th grade, nobody in that school would fuck with me. See, when you cuckold the older guys, you got to expect to be a punching bag. And you take your fucking licks and you become a fucking man. But you know what? You're the one that's getting the pussy. What you do is you hit the weight room and you show up after a summer of lifting weights, and all of a sudden these older guys that were bullying you, they want you on their team. They're like, holy shit, what happened to this guy over the summer? He's in his mom's basement lifting weights, and I've been laying out by the pool. Now he's bigger than me. Fuck. Now all of a sudden I can't pick on him anymore. Guys that used to terrorize me when I was in the 4th grade, by the time I was in the fucking 9th grade, I was bigger than them. That's how you win the war. That's how you win. You play to win the fucking game. And you take their pussy and they get even more angry. I remember being a ninth grader, and I was fucking this chick who was an 11th grader, who was fucking hot, seriously hot, and her boyfriend was an 11th grader, and he was a big man on the football team, and he didn't fuck with me because I cuckolded him. Here's this kid, the skinny little punk who lifted weights all summer. All of a sudden he's a man, and he's banging this chick, and now he wants to be part of our team. What's the coach isn't going to put up with that. The coach is not going to put up with that. If you become a man and you cuckold these other guys that have been bullying you your whole life, the coach isn't going to put up with that. He's going to put an end to that. He's going to say, no, this kid's on our team. And the older kids, the coach doesn't even need to do shit. In fact, I remember one of the older kids in my neighborhood that used to terrorize me. Absolutely terrorize me. Beat the shit out of me several times. When I was a ninth grader and he was an 11th grader on varsity, he actually protected me. See, that's how you gotta be a man and stick your nose in it and expect your nose to get punched. But you know what? It pays dividends. Because those people that used to bully you are eventually gonna be the ones that protect you. And that's the America I believe in and worship. Was I bullied and beat up as a kid? Fuck yes. Horribly. But by the time I was a fucking ninth grader, those kids that used to beat the shit out of me, that were the captains on the football team, did they look out for me knowing I was the future? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Because I was part of the team. The team. And that's what you need to understand. It's okay to get beat up. It's okay to get your nose bloodied. But you know what? You come back and you stand up for yourself. And the people that bullied you will eventually be your biggest protectors. Take it like a fucking man. And then all of a sudden, you know, you're in 10th grade and you're just this wild fucking animal on the junior varsity, and these guys that are captains of the varsity are like, Jesus Christ, he's a fucking animal. They're not going to fuck with the program. Okay? The program. If you're part of the program, there's no bullying. Like, did I haze ninth graders? Yeah, I did. I feel bad about it too. I feel real bad about it. I did some bad things, and I'd love to not do that. I'd love to go back in time and not be a bad person. But you know what? It's called, I don't know, the rite of passage. I don't know what it's called. But I don't think nowadays they do that. You guys talk about me being afraid of people. Come on, man. I was afraid of people when I was in the fourth grade. Real afraid of people. I had fifth graders every single recess. I don't know if they have recess nowadays. Back when I was in fourth grade, every single recess, I had fifth graders out to kick my fucking ass. And I was a marked man. Kind of like I am now. That's why I'm not scared. People have been wanting to beat my fucking ass since the 70s. And they've been beating my ass since the 70s. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. You just get bigger and you get stronger, and the strong survive time. See, I don't care if you're the baddest warrior for 5 minutes. Because you need to be a warrior over years. You guys like to dox me? Dox me. You'll find plenty of people that went to, said, oh, I kicked his ass. And it's probably true. But ask them about, like, once I became, a man. And they'll be like, oh, no, Jay's a real good guy. Great guy. They change their tune. And I'm not saying you need to go after every fucking bully. You don't. Because that's petty. What you do is you become strong and you become huge and you act like it doesn't bother you. Like, I could bring up names of people that beat me up my whole life. Guys that are completely small now that would gladly buy me a drink if they ran into me. Like, oh, fuck. If I went to a high school reunion, guys would be like, oh, shit. If I brought up, remember that time you tried to bully me? They would be humble as fuck. They wouldn't be like McCloud. See, people like McCloud need to be brought down to fucking where I was brought down to. McCloud makes these videos where he shows his teeth. I would love to punch him when he makes those faces. But McCloud has admitted that he runs to the police. McCloud runs to the police. I never ran to the police. You guys that doxed me, find find a police report where I filed a report on someone for beating me up. Find one. Find one. I challenge you guys. Transform X, find one. Find a police report that I filed against someone that beat me up. Find one. You won't. But I got small little fucking meek people like McCloud that want to post videos where they show their teeth. I'm tough. Come on, bro. You're a fake. You're a complete fake. I've lived the life. I'm 51 years old. I've lived the life. I've never filed a report on anybody for beating me up. I've gotten my ass kicked numerous times. Last time was probably in the 8th grade. But you got people wanting to play fucking tough that aren't tough. You got to lose some fights to be tough. I've lost plenty. I've lost more fights than I've won. But I don't think I've lost any in 20 years. Or 30 years. Or maybe in 40 years. Guys like McCuck are complete imposters. McCuck wants to fucking box. He wants to fight Big Rob Fitness. I'd like to see that. I'm with Big Rob Fitness. I'm wearing a Team Humanity t-shirt right now. I guarantee you Big Rob Fitness will beat the fuck out of Adam McCloud. I'm willing to bet my fucking baby toe. I guarantee you Big Rob Fitness has gotten the shit beat out of him. I guarantee you. Big Rob Fitness knows how to lose a fight. You got to know how to lose a fight before you can ever win a fight. Adam McCloud has probably never lost a fight because he's a fucking he's a genetic fucking loser. You guys understanding this? Talk about other people. Brad's probably never lost a fight in his life. You know why? Because people like Brad and Pomps are fucking skateboarders. They're fucking cowards. I've been I've been dealing with people like Pomps my whole life. You know what they do? They say a bunch of insulting shit, and they flip you off, and then they hop on their skateboard and they run. They run like little chickens. McCuck and Brad and Pomps are birds of a feather. Fucking cowards. Who are all these people texting me like, oh, I've been doxxed? Come on, man. I can get a new phone number tomorrow, but I haven't. Come on, man. You people doxing me are little meek cowards. Like that Transform X. Come on, man. Or that swimming in Lake Cressida. I noticed he changed his name. He's a little Muslim boy that wants to fit in the misfit Genova-verse so bad. Come on, man. When you're a small, brown-skinned Muslim, you don't fit in, man. Get the fuck out of here. Transform X, he tries and pretends like, oh, he's so intelligent. Has Transform X posted anything recently that doesn't have to do with me? I mean, the guy has no content. I think he's a little fucking Indonesian boy that is probably spinning a bicycle to create electricity so that he has internet. I mean, come on, man. If you don't have a face or a real name on your internet account, who the fuck are you? Nobody cares about you. No one cares about these nameless, faceless accounts. Oh, I'm gonna post a video montage of Jay Masters, and I'm gonna use some eloquently put together uses of the English language. Whoa! So that doesn't. I mean, come on, man. Doesn't mean you're intelligent. Just means you're a coward. Come on, Transform X. Show yourself. Show your true identity, brah. You have no content without talking about me. And you know what's funny about Transform X is little butt buddies are Hamburg, Brad, McCuck. Come on. I would love a reason to kick the booze for 30 days. to get in the ring with Brad. That would benefit me. Or that clown from Sweden, Hamburg. What a little piece of shit. See, everybody wants to talk shit about Big J, but nobody wants to do anything about it. Nobody wants to do anything about it. I'm still standing. It brings me back to like some of the misfits who I don't particularly care for. Like Nate, for example. Nate is a complete cuckold. But you notice Nate isn't talking shit about Big J. Because Nate knows his place in the fucking Genovaverse. Nate's like, you know, hey, I'm a little Filipino boy. My girlfriend's a whore. I understand Jay would smack the fuck out of me. So I'm just going to try and stay out of this. That's why I like Nate. Because he knows his place. More of these people need to follow the more of you guys need to be like Nate. Just realize you're a cuck and keep your mouth shut. Jay, you tried to help Captain Savaho, tough guy Brad. Yes, I did. Dude, something happened in Brad's past that no one knows about. I'm wondering, I want to know more about Brad. Why Brad wants to save the hose. We'll never know. Yeah. Maybe Brad feels real insecure to his father, and his mom's a pinhead, and who knows? You really don't know. These guys that want to save the fucking women. Like, Nate's a very handsome guy, no homo. Look, let's be honest. Nate is a handsome guy, no homo. So, why would he want to continue to take all this abuse to be with a chick who openly cheated on him? You know, it doesn't make sense. You know, Brad wants to save all these single moms. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that Brad is single-handedly subsidizing the lifestyle of 3 single moms in Palm Beach County alone. And that's just Palm Beach County. So Brad goes and gets tattoos, grows a beard, acts like a tough guy, but most of his paycheck goes to supporting single moms. His first wife, the wife of his third child, and the current one that he's got living in his house. So is that the modern, is that the modern tough guy? Like, I've got tattoos, I've got a beard, and yeah, I'm paying a ton of child support, but I'm gonna love like I've never been hurt before. What? You're gonna love like you've never been hurt before? That's fucking gay, man. I'm gonna. If you met a chick and you told her, and you took the Brad philosophy, and you said, I'm gonna be like Big Brad Wolf, and you met a chick and you said, I'm gonna love you like I've never been hurt before. Dude, if you found a real woman, she's gonna fucking laugh in your fucking face. So that's why I don't think we should be attacking Valerie, because she's an opportunist. She found a guy that wants to love like he's never been hurt before, which is a joke. I want Valerie. I'll love you like I've never been hurt before, dude. I must hang with like really terrible women, because if I ever told a woman that I know I want to love you like I've never been hurt before, they would laugh in my fucking face. The next time you guys are trying to get laid, I want you guys to use the Brad model. And I want you... I want to love you like I've never been hurt before. So what Brad does, I want to love you like I've never been hurt before. Dude, try that. The next time you guys meet a hot piece of... I want you guys to tell the chick, say, baby, I want to love you like I've never been hurt before. She's going to fucking completely disrespect you. Completely. If your goal is to get a chick to swallow your fucking load, the last thing you want her to know is that you're willing to love her like you've never been hurt before. I mean, come on, man. How much pussy do you guys think you're going to get if every chick you meet, you tell her that, you know, this guy, Big Brad Wolf, I really want to be more like him, and I want to love you like I've never been hurt before. What? I, I, this is a serious scientific experiment. I want you guys to do this. I want you guys to go out and find a single mom and tell her that you want to love her like you've never been hurt before. And that you want a family. Hey, come on, man. What kind of man loves like he's never been hurt before? I mean, I mean, maybe way back in history, I want to love you like I've never been hurt before. I want the old Brad back that was with that chick that wanted a baby so fucking bad, and she made his life miserable. The old Brad. Oh yeah. You guys remember the old Brad? Before he thought everybody was jealous of him? That's the Brad we liked. The real angry Brad that just was angry. Now Brad has become soft because he thinks people are jealous of him. Brad actually thinks people are jealous of him. Now, how many of you guys are jealous of a guy who's got other people's problems? I mean, most of you guys are barely getting any pussy as it is. Brad really thinks he's fucking awesome. And, you know, it is what it is. mean, I personally, look, I'm 51 years old. I got nothing against women that have kids, but women my age, their kids are in high school. You're not looking at raising anybody's babies. And that's the way it should be. Don't raise anybody's babies. You know, there's so much pussy out there. I mean, literally so much pussy out there. You don't have to raise anybody's babies. My stepfather was a complete pussy. Couldn't hold a candle to my old man. Was my mother a whore? Yes, she was. Am I jaded? Yes, I am. Is that what you guys wanted to hear? Okay. You got it right here from the horse's mouth. I'm jaded. My mother was a whore. My stepfather was a pussy. What I'm trying to help you guys with is to not fall in that trap. These aren't your problems. Ever. No piece of ass is ever worth taking on another person's problems. Whatever. I'm a liar. I don't know shit. I'm just telling you that there's so much pussy out there. You don't need to ever settle. Ever. You work on yourself and you build yourself up and you become the man you want to be. You don't ever try and oh, I need to do this because, oh, she's got a kid. What? Hello? You become what you want to be. I mean, it'd be different if you're a guy like Brad and maybe you brought in this African American kid into your house, and then you changed the path of your local high school team. Like you went on to win a state championship, and then your kid goes on to play for the Miami Hurricanes or Notre Dame or Michigan or Penn State or Ohio State. No, most of you guys are settling for pussy to raise these kids that are going to do nothing. Nothing. Now, what the fuck did you do for the world? You made some single mom's life easier? And you made it more comfortable for some average kid to go on and lead an average life? If that's your goal, man, follow Brad, man. If you want to help average people become average things, look, I had an absolute scumbag for a stepdad. Absolute scumbag. Long hair, fucking scumbag. And I hated my mother so much, I turned to sports. And I got myself a fucking scholarship. And I got myself an education because I hated my mother and I hated my stepdad. So hatred can, if you focus hate in the wrong direction, yes, you can accomplish great things with hate. Look, I was a juvenile delinquent, and hatred made me excel at sports. Hatred made me get a 4-year degree. You want to be part of that program? You're part of hatred? Go for it, brah. Man. Or you could be a guy like Brad. I'm just breeding mediocrity. If you become a stepdad and your kid just becomes mediocre, you didn't change anything in this world. You just made the world worse, because what you did is you made it easier for some other cunt to be entitled to have an unwed baby, go out there and fucking find a man. You want to be part of that program? Where, yeah, you know, our kid wound up mediocre. Fuck mediocre. You want to be part of mediocre? Why would you raise someone else's child who's going to be mediocre? Give me a fucking break. You can raise your own kids to be mediocre. Look at McCloud. Adam's kids are going to grow up to be mediocre. You want mediocre kids? Raise your own kids to be mediocre. Don't take on someone else's kids to be mediocre. That's fucking weak. Mediocrity is like weakness. You need to be a father. Be a man. some kind of fucking washed up fucking ex-husband who becomes a stepdad and has mediocre kids. Come on, man. That's what you want out of life? Yeah, it didn't work out with the first wife. Yeah, I remarried, and, her kids are doing okay. Right. Okay. You didn't have the balls to do it right the first time. So now you're gonna settle for mediocrity in your second or third attempt at a family? That's fucking weak, man. Weak. Because you want a normal life. Oh, I want a normal life. Yeah, it didn't work out with my first wife. So I just want to have a normal life. Normal? Is that okay for you? Normal? Like having someone else's fucking used product? Come on, man. Yeah. They said I should have a family. Who the fuck is they? You guys tell me who they are. You know? Yeah, they said if I get married and I just pay my child support, I obey all the rules. Okay, see? They said if you just get married and obey all the rules, and if you get divorced and you obey all the rules, what's that make you? You're just following all the rules. Like, well, they said, it didn't work out. Really? Okay. So you think you're a good dad because you're following what they said. Like, well, they said, it didn't work out. They said, I got to give her this money. And they said, I'm a good dad if I follow these rules. Who's they? Are you? You're a cuckold is what you are. You're playing into the fucking system where you're just a cash cow. You're just a drone. You're just a moron that goes to work and pays taxes and pays child support. And then if you take on a new woman who's got someone else's problems, look, the father of that kid you're taking on, he played by the same fucking rules. He listened to what they said would be good. And you're thinking like, wow, oh, he was an asshole. Oh, he didn't treat her right. Really? Really? So it was him. Okay. You keep telling yourself that. while while you're while you're paying your ex child support and you're currently taking on someone else's kid because they said that's how it's supposed to be. They said she deserves that. Well, it's your kid. You should pay for it. Right. Now you're stupid enough to take on another woman with someone else's problems because they said it. Now, they said you need to support that kid too. Who is they? Would you guys tell me who they is? They think you need to do all this? They said to be a man, you need to support your children. They said if you meet a woman with children, you need to support them too. They. Who the fuck is they? Tell me about they. Give me some information about they. Well, they said to be a man, you provide for the family. Okay. Where were they when the bitch was fucking misbehaving and we had to get a divorce? Where were they when she was a whore? Where were they, you know? See, they only exist against the man of the family. They will not show themselves ever when the woman is at fault. They will only show themselves to make the man seem the victim. Now, there are male douchebags. Don't get me wrong. But usually male douchebags are douchebags. A male douchebag will generally a male douchebag will agree to child support when he knows he's just such a douchebag. And to go on with his douchebaggery ways, that he's just going to pay the bitch to go away so he can continue to be a douchebag. Now, I'm not on their side. That's like 1% of the problem. I mean, how many guys are married to a good woman, have a good family with good kids and a good wife that still continue to be douchebags? I think that number is small. Because cheating is hard. If you're a male douchebag, unless you're making well over $100K a year, to be a male douchebag, it is somewhat difficult. I mean, obviously, if you tripled my income, I could be a tremendous douchebag. Right now, I don't have the income to be a douchebag. If you tripled my income, I could be a huge douchebag. Right now, I can't afford to be a douchebag. I have to live my mind, my life with my brain. Knowing that a woman is going to fuck me over. And that's the way I approach life, is a woman is going to fuck you over. Now, triple my income, I'd love to be a douchebag. Not even triple my income. Let's just say I made 150 grand a year. Let's just say I made 150K. I could be a tremendous douchebag. I would be a legendary douchebag. I would pay chicks to drink my urine. I would pay chicks to lick my asshole. But that doesn't mean I'm going to fucking raise their kids. I mean, come on. If you got money to waste, why not pay chicks to drink your urine and lick your asshole as opposed to raising their children? That's a serious question. If you've got disposable income, would you rather pay a chick to help raise their children, or would you rather she drank your urine and licked your asshole? I mean, come on, that's a non-brainer. I mean, some of you guys now, I think the problem comes in when guys make too much money, where they don't think about money, where they're so into themselves that they will pay a cunt to raise the children. That's gross. Like let's just say Big J was making 500 grand a year, and I knocked up some fucking cunt, some stripper, and Big J's making 500 grand a year, and I knock up some stripper. I might not care that some loser is going to raise my child. But that's disgusting too. Like, at one point, as a man, do you have to say enough is enough? These cunts are not going to raise our children. These cunts are doing a bad job at raising our children. Look at the kids walking the streets these days. I mean, come on, man. Even if you made, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you made $2 million a year, and you knock up some dumb cunt, and you're paying her good money, child support. You still can't father that child to ensure that child is not going to wind up a fuck up just like her mother, because you have no control. I mean, at what point, it, how much, and the income doesn't even, it doesn't seem to matter when you look at, when you look at the numbers, it doesn't seem to matter what you make. Like, I don't care if you make $4 million, $8 million. You can't pay these cunts for your kid to not wind up a fucking scumbag. So why the fuck are you people paying these fucking cunts to raise your kids? I mean, give me a figure. There is no figure. I don't care how much you make and how much child support you pay. If the cunt is in charge, you have no control of your kids winding up being little fucking scumbags. So why the fuck are men participating in this? It's time we just say, no, we're not. You're a whore. I'm going to pay you to suck my cock and lick my asshole. But no, I'm not going to come in your pussy. I mean, there comes a point. But you're so egotistical, you have to have your own children. You're that stupid that you have to come in her pussy. And you have to have your own children. Now, that's a sickness. But I like it. I understand it. Like, if I was making $4 million a year, hypothetically, and I went and came in some chick's pussy tonight, knowingly I was going to get nailed for child support for fucking 18 years of just being a fucking douchebag. I could probably live with that. But dude, why the fuck would I? To know that some cunt is going to turn your kid into a fucking loser. Single moms don't raise decent children anymore. Unless you're in the heartland. Like Kentucky. I don't even want to say Tennessee, because those girls are all fucking blacks. Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Wyoming, Dakotas. Dude, those chicks are all having fucking black babies nowadays because they don't want a man in their life. What? Why are so many women in Tennessee having black babies? Ask yourself that. Why are so many white girls in Tennessee breeding little fucking half-breeds? Ask yourself that. That's because they don't want a man in the life in their life. These white trash bitches in Tennessee can have a little mixed breed baby with no father figure in the life, and they can breed little fucking gangsters that have no morals, no ethics, and just grow up fucking sagging their fucking jeans around their fucking knees, not wearing a belt, wearing jean shorts, which hasn't been cool since the 90s. I mean, come on, man. This country is under attack, and I'm going to tell you right now, we're on. You know why we're under attack? Is because there's no fathers in this family, and women are having fucking kids out of wedlock, and a lot of them are having fucking Mexican kids and black kids, and the white race is disappearing. Oh, Jay, you're talking craziness. Oh, Jay, you're being racist. Okay. Look at the numbers. Women don't want a man in the family anymore. They'd rather have a fucking black man or a Mexican who's more than happy to fucking skip town. Think I'm wrong? Look at the numbers. Look at what is happening to America. Oh, but Jay, isn't America the big melting pot of America? Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. See, what the politicians want is they want no more white babies. They want a bunch of half Mexican, half black babies. So we got all these goddamn white women voting Democrat so that they can perpetuate their food stamps. That's what America is becoming. The food stamp. You want to become a slave? Keep perpetuating fucking interracial marriage and interracial breeding. That's how you become a slave. That's how the white race is going to become slavery. And pretty much, we're going to become a nation where Google and Facebook and fucking Twitter and all the big companies just pay all the taxes, and the women don't work. You got a bunch of their babies out there that work at fucking places like Burger King and fucking Starbucks. I mean, look at who works at Starbucks. I mean, come on, man. Look at who works at Burger King. They're all interracial nowadays. The black man is being pushed out of those jobs because you're getting these white women who are pounding out all these interracial babies that are basically putting the black kids back on the plantation. I mean, you think I'm crazy? Okay, go for it. Who does Facebook, Google, Microsoft? Look, they got all fucking rich white liberal elites working there, but they're promoting these companies where they want all these fucking half-breed children to work. Think about it. The major technology companies are trying to take over America. And what they want is they want a workforce of these gays and lesbians and these transgenders and basically freaks. And they just want to tax the fuck out of us so that the blacks will vote for the party of food stamps forever. I think we should put a stop to food stamps right now. I know white people that are abusing food stamps. I could name names. It's disgusting. This is the new world order of what the big IT companies like Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Bill Gates, that's what they want, man. They want fucking, they want white people to basically just disappear and become a slave class. Whatever. I'm the father. I'm the root of all evil.